What's up, guys? My name is Ryan Little. I'm from Newnan, Georgia, and over 2 years ago I was stuck in university. I hated my life and I just knew there had to be a better way in life. So I dropped out, basically worked a few 9-to-5 jobs, knew that wasn't the path I wanted to go down as well. Basically, the goal that I had set for myself was to make $10,000 online anywhere in the world. And I tried day trading, crypto, e-commerce, and a few other businesses, but none of those were successful for me. And the best one that I found that worked out very well for me was something called high ticket sales. Now, what high ticket sales is pretty much there's a big influencer, right? He has he just has a lot of subscribers, followers, whatever you call it. And basically he's selling a course, mentorship, community, or something of the sort to help people level up their lives either physically, financially, mentally, or even spiritually. So, there's an abundance of offers out there. You just need to find out which niche is best for you, the one that you actually feel most confident and comfortable selling. So basically, these influencers, they're selling to their audience, and as remote sales reps in the high ticket sales space, you basically just place yourself in the position of the cash flow from the audience to the influencer. So you're like right there, and there's appointment setters, closers, CSOs, and growth operators within the high ticket sales space. Basically, in this video, I'll be walking you through the entire process on how you can make money online in 60 days with high ticket sales. And I'll be walking you through the 5-step process for you to actually get started with this yourself. And then I'll kind of be going through the pros of that I found with high ticket sales and how life is actually very amazing since I've actually started. So that way you can kind of see for yourself if this is something you want to do in the first place. And all you really need to get started is a phone or laptop, Wi-Fi service, and of course you do need the ability to speak. If you're mute and can't speak at all, then this isn't something for you and you can just click off this video and do whatever you do with the rest of your life. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the 5-step process, starting with step number 1, which is learning the foundational skill of sales. So if you've ever had a girlfriend, boyfriend, friends, you had a job, you've already used the skill of sales in your life, because whenever you made friends, had a girlfriend or boyfriend, or had your first job, you had to sell yourself on that interview, or sell yourself to get that boyfriend or girlfriend, and sell yourself to make friends. So you already have the ability of sales. It's just the fact of leveraging that ability online to actually start making your first bit of money with high ticket sales. So to actually learn the foundational skill of sales with step 1, you can either, number 1, and this is definitely the most efficient way to increase your sales ability, is just to go out in the world and start practicing and start being self-conscious that you're trying to sell something. So whenever you're trying to get someone to do something, or whenever you're trying to get people to like you, whenever you're trying to network, just try to sell and try to actually level up your communication and ability to understand people and how they think and how you're able to actually change their thinking. And that's definitely the best way to go about actually increasing your skill of sales. And then number 2, you can just read some books, watch YouTube videos, and just kind of research a little bit more about sales, because there's a lot of great salespeople out there, like Alex Hormozy, Jeremy Miner. There's a few other people that I watch myself that help me get me to where I am today, and I have joined a few masterminds, networks, and things like that also kind of leveled up my ability to sell as well. And just a lot of time and experience definitely helped the most. So with learning the foundational skill of sales, it just takes time, consistency, and the want to actually do so. And then number 2, we're going to be leveraging the skill of sales online to actually find your first offer. Now, the absolute best way to find your first offer is through networking. And with remote sales, it's not really what you know or how good you are at sales. It really depends on who you know. That determines how much you actually make in the high ticket sales space. Because with the offers that are in the high ticket sales space, you could have the best salesman on the worst offer, and he's going to be making a lot less than the worst salesman on the best offer. So it really does determine on who you know and what offer you're on. That determines how much money you're going to be making. So finding your first offer, definitely the best way to find the first offer for yourself is through networking. And like I said, it's who you know that determines what you make. So you need to connect with the right people and research the right offers to actually reverse engineer the process of finding out who's on that offer. And you can even reach out to the influencer himself and basically just send him a personalized video, or send the people that are already on that offer a personalized video as well. So that way you give yourself the best chance to get on that offer for yourself. So the best way to find your first offer in terms of like the platforms to actually reach out to these people is either you can go on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Upwork. With YouTube, basically you want to find these big influencers, go to their profiles, and then you can use an email scraper to get the email of that influencer, and basically just send a personalized video just to that influencer, basically selling yourself to that influencer, that you'll kind of just call and close some cold leads for them to prove yourself as a very worthy sales rep. So that way he'll see that you're serious and maybe even give you a chance on his or her offer. And then with Instagram, you can just find out this influencer, get his email, find him on LinkedIn, basically just connect with the people that are already on that offer, either through Facebook or Instagram. Basically reach out to them, connect, become their friend, and basically just kind of see if there's any openings. And I mean, if you're good enough at networking, I mean, they'll easily just offer you a spot on that offer anyways. And with LinkedIn and Upwork, basically just look up remote appointment setting jobs, and I mean, there'll be a whole list that comes up. Just make sure that it's remote and make sure that it's heavily vetted in the reviews, just to make sure that you're not going to be scammed or that you're going to be wasting your time. All right, so basically if you follow those steps correctly, you'll be landing your first offer. And more than likely, if you don't have that much sales experience, you'll be getting started off as a setter. And basically the job of the setter is to call the leads that are in the CRM who maybe didn't book a call with the closer already, or maybe just put their information in on a VSL, which is like a video that the influencer posts. And then the audience, the leads, they put in their information and they're filtered into the software, where then you as the appointment setter call them, text them, email them, get into contact with them, and basically find out if they're qualified, if they're motivated, if they have any pain, and if they'd be a good fit for the program. And then you send over that lead to the closer, which then closes the deal. And then you get around 5 to 9 to even 10% of the deal that's closed. So, I mean, with the earning potential as a setter, I mean, it does vary because each and every offer does depend and vary on like how much it costs. So as a setter, I mean, when I was setting like a year ago, basically I was able to make around 5 to 8K a month. So I mean, it is still pretty lucrative, especially if you're living in Southeast Asia like Thailand. I mean, the dollar goes a long way here. So if you're making 5 to 8K a month, I mean, you're pretty much balling out of control. So, I mean, with being a setter, it does still have very high earning potential, but you still do need a very good work ethic in order to succeed. Because let's just say you skip step 1 and you go straight to step 2 to find your first offer, and you don't have the skill set, the work ethic to succeed on that first offer. It'll be like that before you get kicked off. So you do want to make sure that you don't skip step 1, you just follow everything here in order. So now that you've been a setter for a few months and maybe you've invested in a few mentorships, masterminds, and you've leveled up your skill set to have that realization that maybe you're ready to take that next step forward in the high ticket sales space to become a closer, then you'll be transitioning to closing. Now with closing, that's what I'm doing right now. And basically what a closer does is he has his Google Calendar opened. He has an opened up slot to when he or she wants to work. So like right now I'm only working 3 to 5 hours a day. So I just open up my calendar, and whenever there's booked calls organically, which means the leads or the audience book calls themselves and they're already qualified, they just show up on my calendar. And then all I have to do as a closer is show up to those calls that are already booked on my calendar. And then also as well, the calls that I'll be getting is from the setter as well. So basically the closer gets his leads from either the setter or just booked organics that already booked themselves. And with the closer, I think it's definitely the best way to go in the high ticket sales space, because all you literally need to do is just open up your calendar to when you want to work, and then just show up to the calls and then close those deals. And you can make anywhere from 10 to 15% of that closed deal. So let's just say you're selling an $8,000 offer. I mean, you could be making anywhere from $800 to over $1,000 per closed deal. So I mean, like you can see, you can do the math. That's very lucrative if you have 4 to 5 calls a day and you close 2 to 3. Then I mean, you can kind of do the math there. But I mean, if you do that over a 30-day period, you can make anywhere from 10 to 20 to 25,000 a month anywhere in the world. So if you're in Southeast Asia, I mean, you're not even balling out of control anymore. You're just building up wealth, stacking up cash, and basically being able to open up different opportunities in your life. If you want to invest in real estate, crypto, or anything of the sort, you have that capital in order to do so. And at the same time, you do have that time freedom, location freedom, which I'll kind of get into in 1 second, but I do want to go over the last and final step of getting started with high ticket sales, which is the chief sales operator and growth operator. So pretty much the next step after closing is basically moving up into the CSO, which is basically this chief sales operator, which is like the sales manager who manages all the closers and setters. So they get pretty much a commission off of each and every sale, plus even maybe a base monthly kind of pay from the influencer himself. And basically they just kind of manage the sales team and everything like that. But I mean, they can kind of leverage different offers, and it's a little bit more income in terms of like they get a lot more for doing a lot less work. I mean, all they have to do is train the closers and setters and basically talk with the influencer to make sure everything is aligning to what the influencer wants. And then the growth operator, I mean, that's still technically high ticket sales. They basically just work one-on-one with the influencer to help scale their offer to where they actually want to go. So let's just say there's an influencer, he doesn't have a sales team, he doesn't have setters, closers, he doesn't have a CSO. Basically what the growth operator does, he works with this influencer and basically sets out an entire sales team and plans out an entire journey to take that influencer to where he actually wants to go in terms of monthly goals. Yeah, so I mean, those are basically the 5 simple steps to get started with high ticket sales. I mean, it's very simple and straightforward. It's just a matter of finding out what you want and then going after to go get it. Because I mean, right here, these are all the tools you need in order to succeed, but it's entirely up to you whether or not you actually want to do this for yourself. Because even though I gave you all the information you need to succeed, you still might just not even do anything about it because maybe you're just okay and comfortable with where you are in life and you don't even want to take any type of action to get yourself out of that situation. But I mean, with high ticket sales, I mean, it's definitely changed my life because I came out here to Bangkok, Thailand with only $1,500 to my name. And basically I was trying a few different businesses, but none of them worked. And the only one that was easiest and quickest for me to actually start making money so I could actually pay for food, pay for rent, and start paying my bills was high ticket sales, because I did start off as a setter, and basically on my first setting call, I just closed my first deal even though I was only supposed to be setting appointments. So I mean, there's so much potential in high ticket sales, and you can easily make $10,000 a month anywhere in the world. It's just entirely up to you whether or not this is something you want to do for yourself. But now that you have all the steps in order for you to succeed, you have all the tools necessary, I'll go over the different pros that are included in high ticket sales. So first off, it's location freedom. Now, with high ticket sales, you can literally work anywhere in the world. I mean, I've been in Dubai, Bangkok, Koh Samui, the Philippines, Malaysia, Bali, a few different other places, and I've been able to work in each and every one of those different countries and cities. And basically the only con that I've seen is that my time zone was a little bit tricky because I was working US hours. So I was working from like 10 p.m. to 2 to 3 a.m. So I mean, it is a little bit tricky, but to combat that, there are Australian offers. So you can start working for Australian offers. So that way you can just kind of work in the morning and just go about the rest of your day doing whatever else you want to do. And then the second pro of high ticket sales is the time freedom that's associated with it. So like I was saying, I only work a few hours a day, and maybe I don't even have that many calls booked for a day. So basically whenever I'm not on calls, I can literally do whatever I want. I don't have some manager or boss telling me what I have to do for the day. I can literally just live life on my own terms and do what I truly want to do in life. So I mean, with the time freedom, I think that's the most important aspect, because I mean, the money is great and all with high ticket sales, but that's not your most valuable asset. your most valuable asset is your time. So once you're able to learn the foundational skills, find your first offer, and start working as a setter or a closer, and you're able to start making money anywhere in the world, then you're actually able to do what you want. So you don't really have to worry about money anymore. You can start just focusing on the creative aspects of life and start creating something for yourself that maybe your kids or grandkids will kind of look up and say, oh, my granddad or father did this. He created all this good stuff and he was able to actually live life on his own terms instead of actually working a 9 to 5 for the rest of his life. So definitely the time freedom is definitely the best aspect. And to kind of give you an example, basically I had a few calls and then went about the rest of my day, going to the beach, going to the gym, boxing, cigars, eating a nice steak dinner, and just hanging out with my friends the entirety of the day. And with a 9 to 5, that's not possible at all because, I mean, first off, you have to wake up at a certain time, you have to get ready for work, and then you have to drive to work, and then you work, maybe have a break, and then you have to drive back home, unwind, and basically your day is already over, your energy is drained, and you're not inspired at all. So with time freedom, basically just do your calls, do the numbers, and then basically you have the whole day for yourself. And I think the most beautiful thing about high ticket sales is basically you're pretty much living in a vacation, because with the 9 to 5, you maybe only get 2 to 3 vacations a year. But with high ticket sales, you're basically in a vacation 24/7. Like you can go wherever you want. You can literally work on a beach if you wanted to. And that it just provides you the freedom to actually truly live unchained, which just means living life on your own terms, going where you want to go anytime, and making money at the exact same time. And like I was saying at the very beginning of the video, all you literally need to get started and to become successful at high ticket sales is a phone, laptop. And I mean, you don't even need a laptop. Like for example, I was in Dubai in a hotel lobby and we were basically like transitioning rooms from like one place to another, and our room wasn't ready yet. So I had my phone, I had a tripod, hopped on a call and closed a $10,000 deal in the hotel lobby. And that's just like the prime example of what high ticket sales is. I mean, you can literally make money anywhere in the world, anytime. So that's just a prime example that all you need is a phone, Wi-Fi, and the ability to speak. So I think that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. And like I said, if you guys do kind of want to get started to make $10,000 a month anywhere in the world, these are all the tools you need in order to succeed. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.